Hey, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new Amex white gold card. So, to me, it was a little underwhelming looking. Like, if you're going to come out with a white gold card, I was expecting something that looked pretty white gold. To credit American Express, it looks just like it does on the website. So, can't really fault them too much because it looks just like this. Where's my... I'm just going to take the time to review the car and let you know whether or not this is worth it for you to get. By the way, if it is worth it for you, link in the description, links in the description, and you can go ahead and apply for your American Express Gold Card. I'll tell you off the top though, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you what it really is. I'm going to tell you if I really agree that this is a good card to get. And one of the reasons why I'm so critical of American Express for this, we're going to talk about as I go through some of the benefits of the card. But some things I'm just not a fan of. Some things are good. Some things I'm just not a fan of just because I've seen them done. I've seen these things done better in other cards. Now, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into... Yeah, let's show you the rose gold version of the card. So rose gold version of the card is this. It looks pretty similar. Like, they don't look that far off from one another. Part of it could be like the camera, but this is not a bad camera that I'm using, so it's not a bad lens at all. But they don't look that far off. It's just, if you come out with a brand new car, I'm expecting like a little bit. I'm expecting it to pop a little bit more than this white gold, but I guess that's just white gold. That's just the color. So let's get back to... All right, you should be able to hear me now. Sorry about that. There it is. Okay, thanks. All right, let's get back to. Yep. So, okay. So the American Express Gold Card, back in the day, I want to say the sign up bonuses used to make sense, like because they weren't doing it like you had to spend a certain amount in 6 months. They were doing more 3 months. When 6 months came out, then the sign up bonuses started to not make as much sense, even though technically it's less spend overall because 6,000 in 6 months, which is fine. You can do that. It's just you're getting less points out of it. And back when I was getting a lot of credit card points, I would structure my sign up bonuses very strategically in order to get sign up bonuses every 3 months or every, multiple sign up bonuses every 6 months or something like that. And nowadays, American Express, they just offer you sign up bonuses in 6 month increments. I'm guessing it's to combat credit card churning, getting a bunch of credit card reward points. I don't know if that's actually the case, but I feel like that's the case because you just can't get as much out of American Express points as you used to. And not only did they lower the amount of points that they're giving out, but once you apply for an American Express Gold Card, you might not even be eligible to get a Platinum Card bonus. So things have really changed. And based on this new card, I don't really see things going back to, I would call it the good old days. But we're gonna take a look at this card objectively and see if it's a good fit for you. So 90,000 membership reward points when you spend 6,000 within 6 months. That's a really easy sign up bonus. Now, is that a lot of points? It's a fair amount to earn in 6 months. It's okay. All right. I'm not gonna say that that's not a good sign up bonus. It's just they used to be better. All right. And it's the same points. So it's the same value that you used to get. So receive 20% back in statement credits. This, I don't like. I don't like this. And then it's up to $100 back. So if I had, I need a calculator. Let's see. Because we're gonna do some quick math. Sorry, a little under the weather right there. We're gonna do some quick math to figure out how much you would have to spend in order to get that $100 back. So that's 100 divided by, that's 20%. So that's 0.02 or 0.2, excuse me. 100 divided by 0.2 equals, oh, I'm doing the math wrong. No, I did the math right. 100 divided by 0.2, 500. Okay, so yeah, if you spend $500 at restaurants within the first 6 months, then you'll get $100 back. That part, not a big fan of that, because just give me a better sign up bonus. The purpose of getting sign up bonuses is so that we can use points that are worth more value than cash is. So if you're taking away that avenue when you don't let us do that, when you make it all about earning like cash back or statement credits back. I don't like statement credits. not in this sense. So that part of the sign up bonus I don't like. But let's continue. Typically, you're not going to be paying attention to this 21% to 29% variable APR on eligible charges, just because you're not getting this card to hold a balance on, because especially because it's a charge card, you need to be paying the balance off every month on this card. So not worth it to hold a balance. Now, if you did hold a balance, this is not a card that you want to hold a balance on. If you want to hear more about cards that you should or can hold a balance on, I have a video on balance transfers. You can check out that video, and then I believe in that video I also offer some good options for conducting a balance transfer. So card design. Now, this is where the new white gold comes into play. So this new white gold is an option, but you also have the option of this rose gold, and then of course the normal gold. You're going to get 4x back at restaurants, 4x back at grocery stores, and these are capped. These are somewhat capped based on $50,000 worth of purchases for restaurants, and this is worldwide, and then at U.S. grocery stores or U.S. supermarkets, $25,000 per year. Now, people tend to look at the 4x back as a big deal. Me, I don't see that as a big deal. I don't see that as a major selling point, and I'll explain why. Because we have cards that are going to give you 3x, maybe 4x, maybe even 5x back on restaurant purchases. Maybe not grocery stores. We do have cards that can give you decent return on grocery stores, but for a decent comparison, I'm looking at something like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which is going to give you 3x back. Now, the Chase Sapphire Reserve giving you 3x back on restaurants is actually worth more than the American Express Gold giving you 4x back on restaurants, simply because you're getting more value out of those points. When you use your Chase points and you use it towards travel, hotels, flights, you're going to be getting, your points are going to be worth 50% more. And then that doesn't even, it's even better when you use your Chase points on Hyatt hotels. American Express has no such comparison that can elevate your points. Now, can you get more value out of your points? You can, but I personally haven't seen it. I haven't seen American Express membership award points really even come that close to touching Chase Ultimate Reward points. And if I did see them come close to touching it, it was because it was just customary. Like American Express, they should be getting decent value for Delta flights in Salt Lake City, because American Express is a partner with Delta. Now, while Chase, I just wouldn't use Chase points for that purpose, but that's also a very minute example of where American Express membership award points would win out over Chase points. So most of the time, Chase points are going to be worth more. So even if you're getting less money or less points back for earning Chase points on restaurant purchases, they're worth more. So if you earn 100,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points in the year, and then you earn 100,000 membership award points in the year, you're probably going to get about $1,000 worth of value out of the membership award points. Whereas the Chase points, you could easily get $2,000 worth of value. At a minimum, you're getting $1,500 worth of value. So that's really your comparison right there. Now I could compare it to other cards like the City Prestige, which gets 5x back, but you can't really apply for the City Prestige anymore. Sorry. I still have it, but there are some other cards out there that are going to give you decent return on restaurants. So I don't look at the American Express Gold as the selling point is the 4x back on restaurants. A lot of people look at it that way, and I don't see it that way. And you get 3x back on flights. It's like a lot of cards have travel categories where flights are included. So I'm not seeing a selling point here, but this is also nothing new. So the American Express Gold has always had these categories right here. Now these newer categories, this access over $400 in value with the gold card annually, including the Resi credit. Let's see what this is about. So I'll go through these one by one and I'll give you my opinion on them. All right, new $84 Dunkin' Donuts credit. Earn up to $7 in monthly statement credits after you pay with the American Express Gold Card at Dunkin' Donuts locations. Enrollment required. No, 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 no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this coupon, but I'm not doing it. Yes, I have the card, but that's a different story. I'm not trying to use this as a coupon. I'm not getting $5 off of going to some restaurant every month that I definitely wouldn't even touch. Now, if you have a Dunkin' Donuts that you go to every month, it might be worth it, but for $7, I don't really think so. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it to add $84 on top of the annual fee for a Dunkin' Donuts credit. Like I'm not doing that. I don't like that. And I'm going to compare this to credits that you get with like the American Express Platinum card. So I like the Platinum card credits. And the reason is because they make sense. Like they don't try to, yes, they nickel and dime you to an extent, but they don't nickel and dime you to the point where you feel like, oh, I have to go to Dunkin' Donuts every month, or I didn't pay, or the annual fee isn't really worth it. It's like the American Express Marriott Bonvoy Brewing card has a $25 restaurant credit every month. So that's, I think it's like $300, 25 times 12. Ooh, bad with math right now. Yeah, that's $300. So you got a $300 restaurant credit. That's more doable because that can usually pay for like 2 meals or something like that. Or 1 meal if you go with someone else. So 2 separate meals that can pay for. That Dunkin' Donuts credit, yeah, I guess you can buy 2 donuts with it, or a couple donuts, but you would have to be going out of your way to Dunkin'. It would have to make sense for you. Whereas that Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant $300 restaurant credit, you could go anywhere and use that. Or a Chase FI Reserve $300 travel credit, you can use that anywhere. I don't like these specific restaurants you got to spend such a little amount. Now, if they upped it, if it was like $15, then maybe we're talking. But for $7 every month, yeah, that month you could miss 2 months out of the year, and now you're at only $70 worth of value that you got out of that. So I just disagree with that type of credit being offered on credit cards. At this high of an annual fee, nah. All right, the Resi credit. So I've used Resi in the past. I've used Resi with the Delta Reserve. They've added that, and I don't really use it all that much, but I do know that Resi restaurants are typically going to be on the more expensive side. It's not like you can go to Panda Express and use your Resi credit. But so the restaurants are going to be on the more expensive side. So this could be a decent deal, but for $50, you're going to get $50 back in statement credits each calendar year after you pay with a card to dine at U.S. Resi restaurants. So you're gonna get this twice a year. So from January to June, $50, and then from July to December, you're gonna get $50. I think you're better off, or not better off. Yeah, I'll say you're better off. You're better off probably using one of these resi restaurants to order like drinks or something. All right, that's your night out that you go. Maybe go get food somewhere else and then go there for some drinks, and then that might pay for your drinks at some of these resi establishments. So I would get something cheap. If you were definitely going to get this car, I would definitely just go with something cheap on their menu. And you'll realize this when you go to a resi restaurant. You'll realize, man, maybe I shouldn't have ordered a meal here. The last resi restaurant I went to, the food wasn't even that good, and I think the food was supposed to be good. So next is the $120 dining credit. So enroll and earn up to $10 in statement credits monthly when you pay with the Gold Card at participating partners. So we would have to see what the partners are. Okay, we got Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine, Five Guys. Let's look at some of these restaurants. Five Guys, you can't spend $10 at Five Guys at a meal. Like, it's not happening. So this is another example of one that I don't like. It's too little of an amount of money to really be worth it. Now, with the American Express Platinum, they have a $15 Uber credit, which I use on Uber Eats. $15 is at least doable. I can get one meal generally out of that. Or if you use Uber Eats for a different purpose, you can get some value out of that. But Five Guys, no. Cheesecake Factory, no. Nobody's spending $10 at those establishments. So more coupon book behavior from American Express here, which I am not a fan of. All right, hotel collection. $100 hotel collection credit when you book 2 consecutive nights. Not a fan of the hotel collection. I'm a fan of the Fine Hotels and Resorts program. That is a great program which I've used numerous amount of times. I have videos on that. So I've never used the hotel collection because the hotel collection, they're expensive hotel stays that you're getting $100 off. Sure, you're getting $100 off. So I guess it could be a decent deal if you're going to stay at those places anyway. But I use the Fine Hotels and Resorts credit to stay at places that I wouldn't have otherwise stayed at. And then I get them, for the most part, pretty cheaply. Now, there are some properties that getting the $200 off, I got to probably pay like maybe $250. And that's just what comes with the territory sometimes. But for some of these hotel collection properties, like I'll say on average, some of these properties are like $300 a night. So you're paying $600 for a 2-night hotel stay and you get $100 off. That's $500. Yeah, like you're not doing better than, and a lot of these hotels are in the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection or program. So I much rather prefer that program, which is with the American Express Platinum, than something like the American Express Gold. Now, Amex offers every American Express card has that, so I'm not going to touch on that. Now, back to all these dining categories. Like I said, not a big fan of the 4X. I know it's a big selling point to the card, but for me, it doesn't give you enough value. Continue. It doesn't give you enough value for, like, in comparison to a card like the Chase FI Reserve. Now, if American Express points were, beating the Chase Ultimate Reward points by a decent margin, then I would have something different to say, but they're not. And that's a direct competitor. $120 Uber Cash. So if you were to get this card, just load this onto your Uber account every month and use it for Uber Eats. So that's $10 a month. But then the American Express Platinum has the same thing. It's just $15 a month. And then you get an extra bonus in December. So you get an extra $20 in December, which makes it a, what is that, $200 credit? Yeah, $200 credit, because that's 35. Ooh, math. All right, new Dunkin' Donuts credit. This is fine. Or no, this is the worst one. The Dunkin' Donuts credit. No. I'm not trying to do this coupon thing. So, making me go to Dunkin' Donuts every month, if it's part of your normal commute, then maybe it's worth it. But no, not for $7. The Resi credit, you can make the Resi credit work, but I recommend like ordering drinks if you go to one of these Resi restaurants. $120 dining credit. Yeah, that's at participating locations, Cheesecake Factory, Five Guys. And it's $10 per month. You're not spending $10. So this is more couponish than anything, because same thing with this Resi credit. At least with the Dunkin' Donuts credit, I'll be honest, you can spend less than $7 at a Dunkin' Donuts, and you got your credits worth. But this might be actually the worst one, because you can't go to Five Guys and spend less than $10. I guess you could if you order only a small fry, but then they might actually give you the equivalent of a small fry, instead of when you order a meal and you order a small fry, they fill up half the bag for you with the fries. So, all right, 3x back on 3x membership awards points back when you book directly with airlines. I mean, that's pretty normal for a travel credit card. So this isn't special. The special parts about this card are the parts that I don't want, and I don't think that they're worth it. 2x membership award points back on hotels, prepaid hotels, car rentals, vacation packages. Not anything that is worth it, in my opinion. 2x back, sure, but nothing that's like you gotta go get this card. $120 Uber Cash on the gold. Yeah, we already talked about that. No foreign transaction fees. Cool. Some of these other benefits, pretty cool. So you see all of that with this card. And then you look at the Platinum card, which is one of my favorite credit cards. And then you get, for a $695 annual fee, a little bit more than double the annual fee for that gold card. But all these credits are usable. $200 hotel credit, usable. That's the FHR. That's the Fine Hotels and Resorts. Wait. That says, yeah, okay. I was about to say, did they change the benefit? Choose from over 2,200 hotels, all handpicked with high standards. Save by getting up to $200 back in statement credits each year on prepaid Fine Hotels and Resorts program or the hotel collection bookings through American Express Travel when you pay with your Platinum card. Plus, each of these bookings comes with complimentary benefits such as room upgrades, check-in when available, and complimentary credit valued at $100 to use toward to eligible charges such as food and beverage, spa, or other on-property charges, which varies by property. The hotel collection requires a minimum 2-night stay. Yeah, they snuck that hotel part in, so that's why I say it's more about the Fine Hotels and Resorts program than the hotel collection. But usable credit. I just came from Dubai, where we stayed in like some pretty nice hotels, and because it was like their down season, we're at the St. Regis downtown Dubai, and we paid like $5 out of pocket because of that Fine Hotels and Resorts program. That's value. That's what I want to see out of a card, especially of a card of this high of an annual fee. $240 digital entertainment credit, $20. All right, so $20 is a decent chunk of money. It's not this $7, not this $10. This is $20. The lowest one here. And then for this digital entertainment credit, you got decent options in here. You know, Disney Bundle, ESPN Plus. Now, the digital entertainment credit isn't going to cover the Disney Bundle. You're going to pay out of pocket a little bit, but you still have the opportunity to get at least one of these pretty much paid for, or maybe two of them. $150 Walmart Plus credit. Now, this being the lower of all of them at $12.95, but it covers Walmart Plus. So that's a pretty good benefit. And while it's the lowest one, at the end of the day, whatever taxes you pay for Walmart Plus, the Platinum card, it's going to be covered with this $155 Walmart Plus credit. So Walmart Plus is now free for you. Global Lounge Collection, yeah, Priority Pass. If you've ever stayed in like, Plaza Premium lounges, they're pretty good overseas. They don't really exist here in the States. $200 Uber Cash. I already talked about this one. $15 a month, $20 bonus in December. $200 airline fee credit. We have ways to liquidate this for you. So everything that I'm mentioning is actual money in your pocket. It's not. It's couponish, like the Uber Eats is kind of couponish, but it's doable. The Saks credit, I have a couple videos on how I use the Saks credit. You know, going into, the Saks Fifth Avenue, getting gift cards, all things like that. I have videos where I literally walk you through, like I got like a hidden camera and I show you this is what I'm doing. And then you can get pretty decent value out of that. I used to get more value out of the Saks credit because I used to use like Jack Black fragrance products and like moisturizers, but they really stopped selling those. So you got to switch over to something different. So we have a bunch of Saks gift cards kind of saved up. So we're waiting to make like a decent purchase. The Clear credit, $189 Clear credit. That's an easy one to get. And then these point earnings, sure, they're good. But they're like, when it says unlock $1,500 in value, that's real. I would say I get a minimum of $1,000 worth of value out of this card every year. So yeah, it's my final conclusion on the American Express Gold Card. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. This ain't it. American Express. The Platinum card is, though. So if you were to jump into American Express and you were going to spend $325, I would say you're going to, whatever the difference is between the Gold card and the Platinum card, you're going to basically get the money back. So I wouldn't say, oh, let me go flex on people with this Gold card. No, I would just get the Platinum card. If you're going to jump knee deep and go that far in, $325, you might as well just get the Platinum card. You get a higher sign up bonus and you get way more benefits out of it. But that's been my experience with having these cards for so long. I've had these cards for years. Ugh. As you can see, let's see if it's gonna tell you. Nope. it won't tell you, but I've been an American Express customer since 2018. So I think I just hit my 6th year, or is that, yeah, that's 6 years. So let me get back to this main. Yeah. So if you're thinking about getting this white gold American Express card, I would say you really should consider getting a different credit card. Now, if you really do want it, link in the description. You can go ahead and pick that up. But if you want maybe more value out of your card, I'll get the platinum card. Or if you want to switch and have your points be worth a little bit more, but you don't want to quite pay $695 annual fee for a card, I would say go ahead and get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But yeah, let me know in the comment section which one you're going with. Let me know in the comment section which one you're going with, and yeah, maybe you can help someone else make a decision on whether this card is good to go. But for me, this ain't it, American Express. But that does it for me. Any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll get to all of the questions. Other than that, I'm out. Peace.